Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Dragoon. Last time we defended Hoax from the Empire's attack, defeated the Giganto Kongol by turning into a Dragoon, some kind of legendary mystical warrior person that we don't know too much about other than their involvement in the Dragon campaign 11,000 years ago. It's kind of crazy. Rose has also showed up and joined us, and we're now heading out to support the knights. They've been attacked out in the Marshland. And we're pretty much the only one who can battle the dragon, so, you know, we gotta do what we gotta do. He wore unique armor. Apparently wearing unique armor is, you know, just completely unheard of. Or being hailed as the messiah of the kingdom of Basel. And of course Rose has to come in and scoff and... You know, you can't be called a real Dragoon if you pass out afterwards. Like, come on, you know, it happens, right? So we get a little dialogue here. This seems innocuous enough, but if you say, then tell me, Rose, you'll actually be thrown into a tutorial, you know, whether you want to or not, so we'll just remain silent, kind of channel squall a bit there with our ellipsis. She'll say she'll be here for a while. We're prepared, so let's leave. And she says she'll consider us a mature Dragoon, even though we haven't changed at all in the last 10 seconds, but she won't teach us how to fight. We'll be alright. I think we can figure it out. And we depart. So we are now finished with our adventures in Hoax. Gonna be heading kind of back northeast a little bit here. We'll see a new path. And of course, we can always just check our map and see we're supposed to go to Nest of Dragon. So let's, there we go. Let's go up this way, and we're gonna get into a battle. So this battle was a pretty good chance to show off some of the new stuff we've learned. Picked up a couple new abilities, and of course a new party member, so of course there would only be one enemy, so I can only show like really one thing here. But I guess Rose won't kill it in one attack, so let's go ahead and guard with everybody until Rose gets her turn. She's usually pretty quick, so let's go ahead and have her attack the ugly balloon.
Whip smack.
Yeah, pretty simple addition. She also did kill it in one hit, so, you know, that's all we get to show, but that's fine. Alright, so let's see. According to this, let's look at our map again. It says we need to go up. Is that correct? Or, no, okay, the red one is us, the blue one is where we need to go. Gotcha, so we need to head down here. I thought this was a new path, but, you know, I couldn't be sure. It seemed like the red dot was up, but no, the red one was us. So, there we go, got it sorted. Maps are handy. So we're gonna have to take a trip through the marshland here. We have the Volcano Villude, which is weird, because I think it's just called, like, Volcano Villude everywhere else, but, you know, so be it. And straight ahead is the 7th fort. So we could take this opportunity to head out and maybe try to get a few items, which we might want to do. I think we can do that from here. You have to take this little winding path. It's maybe not the most prudent thing to do right now, but we'll try it anyway. Yeah, so we get this little boat. I think we're going to have to go this way later anyway. We need to head to the marshland kind of, you know, properly for right now, but we'll get these items first. It's not too much to get if I remember. It also kind of takes a little while, so we might be... Oh, we've also got some more battles, so we'll show those as well. But we might be skipping around a little bit here. There's a lot of boat riding and just general waiting, so... A couple crocodiles. Nothing too big. Obviously, these guys are probably physically strong. Yeah, look at that attack. 40 to dart. That's pretty good. Took off 80 of his health, which is a fair amount actually. It's pretty close to half. Let's go ahead and get some attacks in because we're not going to one-shot these guys. Rod Typhoon for you. So you may also notice we now have MP. Lavit still is at 0 of 0, but Dart's actually at 20 of 20, and we've got a little SP gauge underneath. So you also may have noticed whenever Lavitz did his addition and Rose did hers earlier, we have some new stuff showing up at the bottom. So as we do this, you'll see we're actually getting SP numbers every time we hit our addition. If you complete the addition, you get, you know, the total 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8, you get 32. Once you get 100, you get 1 full SP level. We'll be able to do something with that once we reach it, but, you know, for now we can't really do a lot. Skull, wait, he just... That doesn't make much sense. He just like threw up skulls at me. This is a weird crocodile. Yeah, so there's Rose getting 2 turns in a row. She's pretty quick. Alright, so back in the real world, let's go ahead and grab our crate here. A spirit potion, ooh. I think that gives you SP, it's not super useful. So here we kind of just have to guess. Move to the right, obviously where we came from, we'll move down. And these are relative to the screen, not to the boat. So let's get off the boat, we'll pick up whatever's up here. These little fish swimming around, I don't think you have to worry about. I don't think it's actually possible to run into them, but I don't know, I could be wrong. So let's head down. Get off the boat again. Get a body purifier. I guess those are always nice. Ah, almost got back in the boat. Alright, back in our trusty boat. Go to the left. It's a good thing this boat doesn't get a hole in it or anything. Otherwise we'd be kind of screwed. Have to swim through all those fish. Probably eat us or something. Alright, I think this is the important one. This is the one we're really here for. You see, we get no further options to continue. So this is the end of the line. Check out this box and get a stun guard. That's an accessory which, well, you know, prevents stunning. Seems pretty self-explanatory. This one contains a magic stone of signet. Okay. Strange name, I guess, but we can check it out. And this is going to be the first of one of our kind of special items. Let's just get a list here. I never use this, so I don't know what the screen even looks like. Let's see. We're looking for a magic sig stone. There we go. They had to kind of abbreviate it. So as you can see, it blocks the enemy's move for 3 turns. Basically, if you use this, the enemy cannot act for 3 turns. There are, of course, enemies it doesn't work on. You know, most of the bosses, as you would expect. But you also notice that repeat there in parentheses. It's not super clear, but that means this item will actually never disappear from our inventory. So if you want it, you could actually use it every single battle. So, you know, just an interesting little thing to pick up. You kind of have to weigh whether or not you think it's worth it, because like I said, it'll never disappear from your inventory. So if you're really hurting for the spots, or you think you might be down the road, maybe you want to leave it off if you don't see too much use in it, but, you know, it's somewhat useful, so probably worth picking up. So, of course, new enemies here. I love these little dancing mushroom guys. They're pretty great. So let's go ahead and attack them. Dart might actually be able to finish this one.
Volcano!
Yeah, there you go. 55. Look at that. Oh, a whole whopping 4 damage. Alright, so you also have noticed that Rose has now filled up her SP gauge. It has a 1 by it. It's kind of flashing there. We also have a new option, Dragoon. So let's go ahead and use this. We'll see what it's about. Nice. Gonna go cool little transformation animation there. Lots of Asians going on. Now she gets her turn. The only 2 options are D-Attack and Magic. Check out our Magic. All we have right now is Astral Drain, which is pretty nice. The description doesn't quite do it justice. Dark Strength, 25% single and HP. Basically, you'll do kind of like 25% of your magic damage, and you'll also drain some HP from them, hence the drain in the name. Won't be using that though. As you can see, it costs 10 MP. We've only got 20. Can, however, use Dragoon attacks, and these are kind of, you know, the same as additions, but a little bit different. Once we select our target, we'll have this little thing come up, and as we hit X, it's going to start going around in a circle. We got to hit it when it comes around to the top, or we could just not. I did not realize it would go without you. But as you can see, we did 49 to that thing, which is pretty good. I seriously did not realize. I thought it would just wait until you hit the button, but apparently it got tired and just said, screw it, we're going anyway. And the only thing with Rod Typhoon, I may have mentioned this before, but they can counter during one of those quick strikes, and it's almost impossible to tell. So, let's go ahead and guard here. Dart's getting a little low on health. He got attacked by another crocodile, like 3 of those, and he's in the yellow.
Whip smack.
So that finishes those off. We'll have to get a proper demonstration of Dragoon attack later. Dart's about to fill his gauge up, so we can check that out at some point, pretty soon. Alright, new items in tow. Let's head back and actually start going the proper direction. This time there's going to be a lot of boat riding, so hang on. And there we go. Alright, so like I said, we're going to go back the way we came. This little left fork here wasn't exactly the way we were supposed to go right off the bat. May have been a little more convenient to do this later, but, might as well strike while the iron's hot, I suppose. Oop. Find our way back on this curly tree here. Alright, it starts turn here. He's got a full SP meter. Could use a bit of healing, but let's go to Dragoon form instead, right? Alright, not bad at all. So, of course, Dart still has the same two options that Rose had. This is universal. Got some magic, got a flame shot here, fire strength 50% single. Oh, that's pretty self-explanatory, I guess. But again, we'll use the Dragoon attack. Also, by the way, I'm very bad at these. I can never get the last hit, so we'll see how it goes. Yeah, see, I missed the last one, even though it stopped directly on the top. I could never get that last hit. It'll come up and say perfect if you get them all. So you kind of, freeze halfway through the animation, and Dragoon attacks actually don't do that much more damage than normal attacks anyway, so I don't know. I find myself not really using Dragoon forms too much unless I need their spells or like some kind of added defense that I think you get from it, which some of the spells are very useful. I tend to shy away from magic a little bit. Since I just really enjoy the addition system in the game, but, some of the spells are useful, and we will be seeing it from time to time. Also, I just completely left. We got our items and ran, so, forget about the knights, I guess. Now, let's go back in. Okay, Marshland for real this time. Let's head up. Also, the little squirrel things are back from the forest at the beginning of the game. Kind of a loud crow there. For some reason I get this little hopping sequence. Not quite sure what that's all about, but, hey, it looks cool at least. Alright, as we head to the next screen, obviously the music's changing. Man, looks like we found the battle. Although each side only sent 4 dudes, but, oh my god, anyway. Alright, hey, how's it going? Just, hang out here a bit. Hey, there's a treasure chest behind you. You want to grab that? Okay, let's go. So, of course, just as we walk up, we get a guy behind us. And we have some options here. Just a quick little thing. A lot of the time I was too smart for my own good when I was a kid. And I thought, we were talking to him, I won't let you have your way. So if I was saying we should retreat at once, I thought I was talking to him. I was pretending to be on his side. Hey, we should retreat, man. Try to get by without a fight. You actually just leave if you do that. So, no, we have to fight. And as you may guess, we are going to have to kill every single enemy on this screen, which means this can take a little while. Thankfully, though, we are behind the security blanket of editing, so hooray for that. Okay, I got some, I believe these are new enemies here, Sandora soldiers. We fought some Sandora dudes before, but I believe these are a different brand than the ones we encountered in Hoax. So, a little bit stronger. It's pretty much just how it goes. We do need to get Dart some healing sometime soon, though. Let's actually just have him guard here. One more weak attack will finish that one off. Which, of course, we're just going to negate all the healing we just did. Yep, and we actually, I think that was 16 and 6, so we took 1 more damage than we healed. Hooray.
Whip smack.
No, even more damage for Dart. Fantastic. Let's just attack. We'll heal later.
Yes. Go. Volcano.
Oh, whoops. A little early on that one. Oh well, Rose can finish it.
Whip smack.
And Dart's Volcano should be reaching max level pretty soon. It's probably about at 5 by this point. Takes him a little while to learn the next one, and if I remember, the next one actually isn't very good. So we'll probably be sticking with Volcano for a while. Yeah, so right at the same time we finish, this guy gets impaled. He calls us a bastard. Let's reposition ourselves. Get out of my way, man. No matter what I do, I can't get Dart healed. They keep attacking him, so I'm gonna have to burn a healing potion, I think. Not like it's super imperative, but basically a 3-man army out here. like the entire knights couldn't take these guys down, but this guy thinks he could chop me up, even though we've just taken out 3 of his buds. Actually 6 if you count 2 per battle, but. And another one bites the dust. This might be the last one. Just you and me now. You want to just, I don't know, go out for some coffee or something? Like, do we have to fight? It's also worth mentioning I can confirm Volcano was leveled up at some point during this, because now Dart's getting 36 SP instead of 32. So it looks like we've got one more guy. Is that all or no more? What's the difference? Is that all? Which 36 instead of 32 may not sound like much, but it means he actually reaches 103 turns instead of in 4. So, you know, actually it might make a difference if you really need those Dragoon forms for some reason. So of course, time for another battle. We got another commander. It's kind of like the first one we fight, except he's blue. These Sandora soldiers. I think these guys might actually have more health than the normal ones for some reason, like even though they, you know, look basically the same. I might be wrong about that though, I can't remember. Yeah, actually it looks like probably not. Yeah, Rod Typhoon counters can be tricky. So. Alright, I hate using Dart's attack on that one. Let's actually use it on the other one. That might give him an extra attack. But Dart and one other person can actually finish off one of these guys, so. Yeah, so I think I mentioned it, but I did give Rose the Knight Shield. So both Rose and Lavitz have a Knight Shield. Dart has a power wrist, increasing his attack, of course. Alright, so yeah, like I said, it gave them an extra attack, but that's fine. It's kind of more efficient. You know, I like making sure I get like 100% out of my attacks. I don't want to waste a weak one. Like this, I don't want to waste a weak one on this guy, because I know Lavitz or Rose will finish him off. So what I'm actually going to do, now let's see if we can get actually a better Dragoon attack on this guy. And yeah, I'll be cutting Dragoon transformations for the time being. There's actually an option in the settings to make them shorter. It just cuts straight to it instead of doing all that stuff. So let's see if we can get a good attack on this commander here. Spoilers, probably not. Yep, see again, I just missed the last one. I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong there. Like maybe it's way earlier than I think it is. I'm not really sure. Alright. It's like, is anyone going to do anything where it's going to stand here? Has the commander actually done anything at all? I don't even remember. Ah, actually got it. That's really tough to do. That's like super fast to have to react to. Alright, Rose is probably up next. At 15 is nothing. So let's see if we can get a good attack with her. We actually haven't seen her attack either, so. Alright, Dragoon attack it is. Let's see how it goes. There we go. It is way earlier than I thought it was, actually. I cut the time it normally takes to hit that last one by like half. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like it's super quick. I don't know, a little deceptive, I guess, but practice makes perfect, maybe. I was never really good at those, though. Alright, so this guy's red. Let's finish him off. Get out of here. We're doing some pretty decent damage at this point, too. Also, yeah, the full Dragoon attacks, if you can get them, actually do a fair amount of damage, so it's worth using when you can, I guess. So, yeah, measly experience. That wasn't really a boss. Alright, down goes the commander. I think we just single-handedly took this fort. Now we get to carry our sword around on our shoulder for a bit. And there are random battles still for some reason. Get a Sun Rhapsody there, which if I'm not mistaken actually restores your MP. You don't come across those too often, so, you know, it's worth kind of saving those for when you need them. This is one of my favorite songs in this game, by the way. So we got a little exploring to do. I know there are... Oh, cannot carry any more items. So it begins. Alright, well, let's see what we can do. I hate that you can't even see, like, what's in the chest. So we'll just see if there's anything we want to discard here. You know, I think we have a lot of body purifiers. I'll throw one of those out. Oh, another Sun Rhapsody. Actually, that was kind of worth it. Let's see. Can I carry any more? I think there is. Yeah, here we go. There's a Stardust here by the bed. So we'll deal with the items real quick. Okay, I tossed a couple, which should be good enough. A healing potion? I guess that's fine. Alright, so it gave us a War God's Amulet. We actually already had one of those. All that it does is, I think, increase your hit rate, and so nothing super good, but, you know, it was his last gift, right? Let's hop across here. Okay, I think we can totally check that guy out. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, no ally or enemy for the dead. Ooh. Man, that would be weird, wouldn't it? Yeah, Spirit Potion there, not bad. Probably won't use that too much, though. SP is pretty easy to come by. So we can also head out back here. Also, yeah, it's worth mentioning there are no random battles while you're inside the fortress. There are outside, but random battles inside would kind of ruin it, wouldn't it, with that music and everything? Okay. And yeah, the chest is actually up here. I didn't quite see it at first. It kind of blended in. Get a lance. I'm not sure if this is an upgrade. I think this is an upgrade. But let's see. Yeah, we have a spear. I couldn't remember if it was a spear or a lance that we had. They're basically the same, right? I know someone out there is going to correct me, but, you know, everyone can use Wikipedia. It's not that impressive. Yep. And every time we go in there, that music starts back up. Come on, man. I'm trying to get away. That's a really good track, though. Just the piano with a little bit of, like, background, you know, a little bit of backing. Not too much, but... another battle? Oh, well, definitely if I run in place. Fun fact, we have cut out roughly 11 minutes of battle to this point. So, the more you know. Right, hop back across, lose our balance a bit. I like how the birds, like, watch you. They just kind of turn as you go. It's a little weird. Alright, there we go. It can be kind of hard to find your way through. Okay, so this time we're heading back to where we came, except we are going to continue along our path to the left here. Okay, healed up a little bit, did some guarding in that battle. While I'm thinking about it, I'm also going to go into config. You see there's a morph, normal, or short. I'm going to put it on short. Just for now. Of course, whenever we get new Dragoon spirits and new transformations, we will be showing those in their full glory. Having some trouble walking. There we go. So, yeah, of course we'll be showing those when we get new ones, but, you know, in the meantime, just to save us some time, we're going to set it down to short. Alright, so this time, instead of taking the boat, let's head up, fight some more. In an interesting turn of events, Dart actually just leveled up and learned a new addition. That almost never happens outside of boss battles. We got Burning Rush. So this one, as you can see, it's only got 2 additions. So it's actually fewer hits than Volcano. But it deals 150% damage and gives you 30 SP at its base. So I don't remember when that levels up exactly what it gets, but I don't think it's anywhere near 250. So I think this may be more of kind of like an easy SP acquisition type thing. additions tend to kind of vary like that. Some will give you more SP, stuff like that. Some are just easier to perform. So we'll show Burning Rush, but I believe we'll be switching back to Volcano. Okay, well, got a little scene first. We'll get into battle eventually, I'm sure. Whoop. Bop, Shada, always being goofy. Aw, piggyback ride. But it's embarrassing. Yeah, a little bit. She's not little anymore, man. It's gonna be kind of a recurring theme, you can already tell, right? I'll tell you one thing. She is totally right about the fact that she can't fight like Rose. That's why she replaced you, sister. Oh, well, that was quick. Have you ever twisted an ankle and then it was just immediately better like 30 seconds later? Okay, well, there we go. We also actually get a little bit of extra distance there if we moved forward a handful of feet. So, hey, free distance, we don't have to worry about encounters, right? Though it doesn't matter because, well, there's the exit. Though I guess it might if you walked around a bit beforehand. Okay, next destination. It's a little hard to see with this camera angle. I don't think there's a way to turn it, at least as far as I know. Oh, okay, well, we can move. Let's just do that. So we gotta go down, we'll enter the Volcano Villude. Yeah, remember I said Volcano Villudo earlier? Is that like Spanish or something? I don't know. It sounds Spanish. Although I imagine it would still just be LL and be like Villudo or something. That's not a word. I took four classes of Spanish in high school, but Villude was not one of the words that we learned. So yeah, we're on this volcano and it's erupting. Okay, well no, it's not. That's good. That would be bad. Firebird. Well, okay, self-explanatory, I guess. Uh-oh. Yep, that doesn't sound too friendly. Screen's getting red. Let's get out of here. Well, this is a pretty neat looking place, isn't it? Alright, as Dart says, let's move on. Don't fall. No, you can't fall or anything. Cannot carry any more items. Ugh, of course, this is probably going to be garbage too, but I don't know why I'm doing this. Items aren't like really super important. Let's see. How many? We've got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Even them out. There we go. I'm probably not going to use most of the attack items either, but whatever. Spear Frost. Wonderful. An attack item. Thank goodness I went through the trouble of clearing the space for that. Alright, up we go. Now we get in our battle and we can finally show Burning Rush, which we will probably only see, once. Maybe twice if this battle goes on for a little while. Oh man, look at those things. Big flaming salamanders. They're huge, by the way. I'd be freaked out if one of those things was coming after me. Oh, they're just called salamander. What do you know? One of the downsides is enemies like this kind of make the addition square, for lack of a better term, kind of hard to see. Like there, I just completely missed it. But they make it a little bit harder to see, so I don't know, maybe you benefit from playing around with the camera a bit. We're not going to worry about it, though. Here we go, Burning Rush. Burning Rush! Yeah, interesting, but Volcano is just so much better. So we're gonna stick with it. Oh, I didn't know what that was. I'm just gonna puff a little bit of smoke. Yeah, man, Lavitz, your magic defense. I need to help you out there, bud.
Whip smack.
Okay, so that was Burning Rush. Hope you enjoyed it. Interesting, nice little kick. I don't know why you would kick a flaming salamander. You know, even Link knows better than that. He'll hit those things with a sword or flip them over with a hammer or something. You never kick those things, man. You get your boot caught on fire. All right, let's switch back. Okay, there we go. So I think that's going to do it. I'm going to kind of go back to recording these in sort of one part at a time sort of deal. So I was going to do it for this video. And next time we will continue through the Volcano Villude. Till then, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.